Turned off. My hands started shaking. My parents had left a 6-year-old child alone for almost 2 full days. I called Dad immediately. He answered on the second ring. Hey! I could hear waves and people laughing in the background. Where are you? I asked. Oh, you got back. You left Ethan alone. There was silence. Then Dad sighed. He's 6. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You left him alone for 2 days. We couldn't miss this vacation. For a second I thought I had heard him wrong. What? The trip was already booked. I looked at Ethan sitting quietly beside me. Dad kept talking. He knows how to use the microwave. We left extra food. I hung up before I said something I would regret. That afternoon I brought Ethan home. Then I started making calls. The first call was to an attorney. The second was to my sister. The third was to Child Protective Services. I wasn't looking for revenge at that point. I wanted documentation. Everything was recorded. Every text, every missed call, every photo, every timestamp, every detail. My parents had no idea. In fact, they stayed on vacation and didn't even return home right away. 3 days later, Dad finally called again. His tone had changed completely. Your mother says you're not answering. Quote. I stayed quiet. Then he got to the real reason for the call. Your sister told us about the report. There it was. My parents owned several rental properties and had always talked about dividing everything equally among their children one day. Now they were terrified. Not because of me, because there was an official record showing exactly what they had done. For the first time in my life, Dad sounded nervous. We can work this out. I thanked him for calling and ended the conversation. Over the next few weeks, the truth spread through the family. No exaggerations. No emotional speeches. Just facts. A 6-year-old child had been abandoned. My sister was furious. My brother stopped speaking to them. Relatives began asking questions they couldn't answer. Then I learned something surprising. My attorney discovered that years earlier my parents had named me executor of their estate. I had never known. The role would have made me responsible for handling their affairs if something happened to them. I declined, formally, in writing. I requested my name be removed from every legal responsibility connected to them. I wanted distance, nothing more. That decision hurt them more than any argument could have, because they finally understood what they had lost. Not forgiveness, trust. This morning, Dad showed up at my front door. No anger, no excuses, just a tired expression. He asked if he could see Ethan. I told him no. Then I handed him a folder. Inside were copies of everything. The report, the statements, the timeline, the evidence, every page documenting what happened. He opened the folder and read a few lines. His face changed immediately. I closed the door before he reached the end. He didn't knock again, and for the first time since I found my son alone in that house, neither did I.